Hello and welcome to another fanfic. This time I finished Living the Dream. Now I'm going to do just miscellaneous fanfictions by other viewers. For instance, this one is Friendship to the Worlds by Thomas Zoe 3000. Chapter 1, Twilight and Friends. Hello there, loyal readers, and welcome to my very first My Little Pony Friendship's Magic fan-made novel story. This story was most inspired by the YouTube videos done by Storm XF3 and N01C001. Check out the videos, you'll love them and you'll see where inspiration came from. That I've been wanting to write up a fan-made novel story for quite a while now. For the timeline, this story takes place between episodes 8 and 9 of Season 5. However, later Season 5 character will be shown, cause when I started writing Chapter 7, I just seen that episode and I wanted to include that character in here. Now, I won't say any more about the story as I would just spoil it. However, if you guys really like it, I would consider writing a sequel for next year. Also note that if you have any constructive criticism that could help me with future stories, don't be afraid to write it down. My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, and real life special presentation. As you're seeing read the story, I want you to think on the following questions. Do you often think on the friendships you made throughout your lifetime? Do you think about your best friend from the age of 8 and wonder what that person is? As I've learned over the years, friendships come and friendships go. In this world, I've seen good friends turn to enemies and other friends who don't see each other after their last meet. Friendships are also affected by travel plans as a person moves from where they come from to a place far away. When I started off, I didn't have any friends until I was in the 3rd grade. Jeff, Lisa, Connor, Patrick, and Ryan were my pals for life, and we always stood together, finding out bullies if we had to, and playing sports games when we got the chance. We also worked together on assignments and had study groups together. Yes, we were inseparable. Yet years later, another elementary school opened up and my pals moved out to that school while I stayed in my old school. I stayed there for 2 years before finally joining them at the other school. We became the unseparate group once more, but only for 1 year. In high school, we separated once more. Ryan and Patrick joined me in a Catholic high school while the others went to a public school. The three of us remained as buddies, but soon we separated again as I moved to New Liskeard in Northern Ontario. Patrick moved to Edmonton and Ryan remained in Toronto. Now I'm at the age of 25 and many of the friendships I once had are gone while others are just far away from me. But I'm not alone at that department as I continue to see friendships fall apart all around me. If friendship is magic, then I'd say it's run out a long time ago. Also, I thought until the day I met someone who knows a great deal about friendships. My name is Matthew and this is my story of meeting those My Little Ponies. It was a typical summer's day in New Liskeard. I had just come back from the local Walmart store after getting some more items from my collections. Anyways, I entered my house and heard nothing. My little cat was fast asleep, and my parents were living far from me, so there's no one to greet me as I come in. I sighed deeply, kicked off my shoes, and walked over to the living room to watch some television. As I turned on, there was the TV show My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic. Now I know what you're thinking. That's a girl show. Well, in all fairness, it's a good show and men can watch it too. Besides, it's got good animation, voices, music, and all that stuff. The main characters are just some of my favorite characters, but probably the best one of them all is Twilight Sparkle, the Princess of Friendship. I can't explain why, but I always did like Twilight Sparkle. Sometimes I wish she was real, then maybe I could talk to her about some of my problems. But then I snap back to reality and remember it's just a television show and she's not real. On this night, the network was showing the Season 5 opener where they faced off against Starlight Glimmer for the first time. Honestly, she's too much like Sunset Shimmer's old dark self, I thought to myself. Still, they'll beat her. They always do. I was feeling rather hungry at that moment, so I got up, went to the kitchen, and whipped up some spaghetti with tomato sauce. I soon finished and was about to watch another episode of My Little Pony when I heard the phone ring. I walked from the kitchen table and went to answer the phone. Hello, Matthew speaking. Hey Matt, long time no hear, said the voice on the end. Patrick? Is that really you? Of course it's me, buddy. And I'm not alone. Ryan's here with me. I returned to Toronto just a few days ago and now we're coming to see you. Hope you're okay with that. Of course it's okay with me. You guys are always welcome up here. Would it just be you two though? No, Ryan's girlfriend Emily will be with us as well. Is that okay? Yeah, it's fine. I'm looking forward to seeing you all. Alright buddy, see you tomorrow. With the phone call over, I hung up and went back to the table to eat my supper. I looked up to the screen and gasped as it started to glow. Right away, I thought something was wrong with it, even though it was only 2 years old. I went over to turn it off and the light turned into an explosion and blew me across the room. I bashed into a wall and was knocked out cold. Is he going to be okay? the voice asked. "You look quite a distance. What is he anyways?" Another voice asked. "I've never seen a creature quite like him before." I thought I hit my head so hard I was hearing voices. I groaned as I slowly got up, but I felt something pressed up against my right shoulder, slowly pushing back. "It's better if you stay still. You hit your head pretty hard there when you flew," said the third voice. Did you cry out? "Pinky, don't eat that. It's just dinner." "Sorry," cried a fourth voice. I groaned yet again and rubbed the back of my head. Thankfully, I wasn't bleeding back there, but I still felt banged up. Finally, my voice came back to playing. What do you think I first see when that happened? I see Twilight Sparkle standing there in front of me. Yeah, I hit my head pretty hard. I swear I'm seeing points outside the TV screen. I groaned to myself. I slowly got up, walked down the hallway to the washroom, splashed my face with water. I took one look in the mirror and said to myself, "They are not real. Don't kid yourself." A shot came from down the hallway. "Hey, Becky, don't eat that. You don't know where it's been." "Randy, it's just food, like what we had back in Equestria." Yep, I'm so delusional, I thought to myself. I couldn't spray myself with water until I had enough. Finally, I returned to the kitchen and found no one there, apart from my cat. Finally, back to my senses. I sat down and started eating my dinner, when all of a sudden, my cat Bridget got up and started hissing at something underneath the table. "What is it, girl? What are you hissing at?" Bridget continued to hiss, and then jumped underneath the table. Moments later, there came a yelp, and a blue pony with the rainbow mane popped up on the table. "Hey, seriously, cut that out!" I jumped out of my chair in complete shock. I couldn't believe my eyes. There, flying in my house, was Rainbow Dash, one of the May 6, and the fastest flying in all of Equestria. As I stepped back, I actually stepped on the tail of the fashion pony herself. Birdie, who was hiding under my sink, but I forgot to tuck in her tail. "What the heck? This can't be real. You can't be real. I've officially gone nuts. Yeah, that's it." "Did someone mention nuts?" I shook another voice. I turned on some Pink Pine, the party pony, sitting there. Abject, the hard-working earth pony of 3 acres, came from a hiding spot next, sighing deeply. "Pinky, you weren't supposed to let him know we were still here. You were supposed to remain hidden." "Oops, sorry, my bad." She didn't raise what he did. Whoops." I suddenly counted them. There were only 4. They were still 2 hidden. I decided, Stephen called out, "You can come out now. I know you 2 are hiding." Purple pointed into the kitchen first, followed by Yellow Pegasus. The purple one was Pegasus Twilight Sparkle, and the yellow one was Fluttershy, a kind and timid pony. Yep, I've officially lost it. They always said this day would come, and now it's here. Twilight Sparkle walked up to me. "I know this may seem strange to you, sir, but we are for real. But we mean you no harm when we came. The explosion was purely by accident. You're not hurt, are you?" "No, I'm fine. But how do I know this is for real, not in my head?" "I think you put that were real when you stepped on my tail, darling," snapped Rarity. Twilight had out her hoof and looked up at me. I knew what she wanted me to do. I held in my hand, gently grabbed her hoof. Her hoof felt so real. I was stunned in surprise. This was definitely not my head at all. This was for real, and the main 6 were actually my home. But why? And let me introduce myself. I'm Twilight Sparkle. Yes, but how did you know my name? I pointed to the television screen and the ponies gasped, for they could see their homeworld, Equestria. They could see all the ponies, except for themselves. "How is this possible, Sugar Cubes?" asked Applejack. "Why are we here and not there?" "It's Starlight. She did this," said Twilight. "Starlight? Isn't Starlight Glimmer the one you can one-shot take your kitty marks?" They all looked at me surprised. "Well, yes, it is that Starlight Glimmer, but how did you know that? And how do you know who we are?" "You're part of a TV show. It's kind of like a story from a book, only you get to see the story being told on screen," I explained, knowing full well that Equestria doesn't have televisions. "I have done what you 6 along with other ponies, so I know a great deal about you, and the imps you face back in Equestria." "Okay, I guess I understand," said Rainbow Dash, still rather confused. In fact, 5 of the 6 were still confused, but not Twilight Sparkle. For I knew she and her assistant Spike the Dragon had traveled to another human world, but they met human counterparts of their pony friends, and had seen technology similar to the tech in my world. "Yet we know nothing about you." "Well, my name is Matthew, but you can call me Matt for short." "Okay, Matt for short," cheered Pinkie Pie. She bounced him out. Actually, it's just Matt," I said, rolling my eyes. "This is something Pinkie would normally do. In fact, you'd say, 'Call me silly,' and she'd call you silly. Anyways, why don't you tell me what actually happened before you got here?" We all gathered in the living room, sat around in a circle, with Twilight Sparkle in the middle. "A short while ago, we were in my castle when the magical Matt showed us there was a town with a friendship problem. All of our kitty marks were shown about that spot, so we got on board the train and went to the town. The scene was horrible. Ponies were without the kitty marks, but this time they were being enslaved by Starlight Glimmer. We confronted her and chased in the mountains. I'd be telling the fish how to get the key marks back, of course. Anyways, we soon had her cornered, but she wouldn't go down easily. You fought our hardest against her, and for a moment, it almost looked like we were going to win. That's when she said it. If I can't beat you here, then I'll just take you out of your comfort zone. She unleashed a powerful blast that blinded us and made us vanish from the town and reappear in your living room. This does not bring up the obvious question, darling, Reddy pointed out. Do you think Charlie Glenn was absorbed by the blast as well? It's hard to tell. I can't sense her anywhere near here. It's possible she was sent to a different world, but I'm not sure. Wow, good riddance then, snorted Rainbow Dash. I've had enough of that Starlight Glimmer. She's been a roy pain in our necks since the day we met her. I had to agree with the last part, Sugar Cube, said Applejack. Well, you don't know if he went to another world or if she's actually here. Oh, please, if anyone can find Starlight Glimmer, it's Twilight. Rainbow, have you forgotten that we only know what Starlight was up to when we arrived at town? You can't track her from that far of a distance. Applejack's right. She could be anywhere in this world. She could be our only ticket back home. The point went silent after that. They knew Twilight was right. We never really thought that, said Reddy. So I guess we gotta start looking for her again. Alright, come on everybody, let's go, shouted Rainbow Dash. And they charged to the door. I ran ahead of them and blocked them. Are you crazy? You can't just go out there in a world full of humans. Do you want to capture and use you as lab experiments? Either that or kill you. Oh my, that sounds horrible, whimpered Flashlight. Plus, too, there's more to this world than what you see here. If you want to find Starlight Glimmer, then you're going to have to trust me and stay here. Forget it, I'm not staying around here. Step Rainbow Dash took off at the other door. She didn't reach it, though, as something grabbed her and dragged her back to the group. Twilight used a message to bring Rainbow Dash back. Oh yes, you're going to stick around. Matthew's right, we know nothing about this world. I thought we'd stay with him until we come up with some way of finding Starlight Glimmer and getting home. I won't have her hurt any of the humans on this world. We're going to find her and we're going to stop her. She didn't turn to me. I promise you that we won't let her hurt you or any other humans. It's a pinky promise. Even though Twilight said it, shouted Pinkie Pie as she bounced up and down again. How she's ever bounced about, I'll never know. And where, I ask you, sir, are we going to sleep? Well, Reddy, I do have spare bedrooms. No use for guests. You six can use them. Thank you, Twilight bowed to me in respect. You are a gentleman, Matthew. And with that, the point set out to find rooms to sleep in. I suddenly went back to my spot at the kitchen table. Of course, by now, my dinner was rather cold, so I had to eat it up before I could eat it. I just shook my head and looked down to the ground. What began as a normal night with the promise of seeing my old friends again turned to one of the craziest nights of my life, and truth be told, I still wasn't sure if I had gone crazy. If I hadn't, then I knew I had a job to do, protect the points from the outside world. But how would I be able to protect with Charlie Gilman if she ever showed up?